Identify an instrument used to measure the following and report the metric unit. So here we have time, and to measure time, we can use a clock, would be the instrument, and then the unit would be seconds, minutes, or hours. All those would be acceptable as metric units. Temperature of a baby, we would use a thermometer, and the temperature would be degrees Celsius. Volume of a rock, we would need to use a graduated cylinder in order. It's an irregular object, so we have to use a displacement method. So a graduated cylinder, even a beaker, anything that you can use to measure volume and of a liquid and displacement. And the unit would be milliliters, depending on the size of rock, or liters. Mass of a 10 milliliter pipette. Don't get fooled by the 10 milliliters here. It's asking for the mass. Anytime we're trying to get the mass, we use the balance or the scale, and the unit would be either, in this case, it'd be grams. Volume of a bottle, we would need to fill up that bottle, but the instrument that we would use would be a graduated cylinder or a beaker, and the metric unit would be milliliters. Again, it's volume. Length of a building, we're going to use a measuring tape, and the unit would be meters. And again, anytime you see volume, you think in liters, milliliters. Anytime you see mass, grams, kilograms, depending on how big the object is or the substance, and or how much substance you have. And then length of a building, or any time you think length, you think in centimeters or meters. This ruler, use the correct units to measure the following samples of matter. This ruler looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 centimeters long at least. If you write 7, it shows that you can use the ruler that's on the screen, so that's acceptable. But if you say 7.00, that would be even better. And as far as the amount of liquid that we have here, it looks like this is going by 2. So I have 2, 6.2, 0.4, 0.6, that must be 7 if we are to get to 8. So 6, 7.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, and 8. So when measuring liquids, we look at the bottom of the we look at the bottom of the curve, or the meniscus. And in this case, it looks like it's 6.2, 0.4, 6.6 would be our volume, and the unit would be milliliters, and in this case we would have centimeters.